Okay, well, you're welcome to this video. So the last tag we talked about was the last tag we talked about was our p tag. So now we're going to move. You can see that all of this tag I'm writing that is still inside the body tag. So that is it. So the next tag we're talking about is our div tag. Div is called a div tag. A div is what? A container. A div is a container. So in HTML, a div is the container where you put things inside. What do I mean by a container? I will explain it now. It's a box. A div is a kind of a box that you can use in. It's okay. Let me say you are having a house now, and you have in that your house you have room and parlor. So the room, house, bag, cloth, your bed. So I can say that room is is a container that is housing those your belongings inside. Are you getting me? So a div in HTML is a container. So this is the opening tag of a div. Inside a div, I can put other things. Are you getting it? Inside a div, I can put other things inside that div. But I cannot do that for a paragraph tag. But for a div, since it's the container, I can put a p tag inside a div tag. I can put a h1 tag inside a div tag because it is what? A container. So we have a div tag and a closing tag of the div tag. So inside a div tag, I can put other tag inside a div tag. I can put the next tag I'm talking about is the label. Is a label tag. This is when you want to label something. You want to give something a name. For example, let me say I want to write first name. Then first name. Then I put the closing tag of the label tag. So that's the label. If I open the browser now, you will see it. So it's having a first name there. So but it's inside a div, but you will not know that it's inside a div. The div now is the housing it. So I can reference this div now and do anything with it. It will affect this label tag that is inside. So that is what the function of a div does. You use it a lot when you are working. You use the div a lot because you will always be needing to use container all the time. So now the next tag I'm talking about is the input tag. This input tag talked about. It has where you have different function. You can be input for text, input for button, input to collect your data. Let you use text. For example, now you want to create a website and you want to collect the first name of the user. So this is the tag you use for the input. But the only thing is that the input tag don't have a closing tag. It's self-closing by himself. So I will not come and put another closing tag here and say input tag like this. Input. There's nothing like that. It's closes itself. So this last tag that is there, this last brace that you're seeing here, it closes itself. Remember I told you earlier that there are some tags that have closing tag and there are some that don't have. So the input don't have a closing tag. So it's just like that. If I save now and open the browser, you will see that I will have my input feed here. Are you seeing it? So this is my input feed. First name, where you can now input your first name inside. And okay, that's it. So now the another tag I want to talk about is the break tag. Your break tag, it is self-closing. It doesn't have a closing tag. What it does that it helps you to break break things. If you want to break your walls now, instead of being in a straight line, you want some lines to come down, you use your breaking tag. Like now, I don't want this input to be in the same line with this first name. It will not make sense like that. So I will use my break tag to break it down, and so that the input will come down under the label, which is the first name. So if you open it now, you see it now. It's looking fine, better like this now. So you can see that it's very wonderful. Okay, so let's take another label tag again. Let's just take another label tag and say first name. The next one will be your surname. First name, I say the first name, then your last name. Okay, let's say we take your email. Then we close it with your closing label tag. Then we use our break tag to bring it to the ground, so that it will not be in the same length of the input. And then under it we put our input tag to collect the email. So the type of the input we want is what? Email. So we put email there and you close it. So now if I save now and open the browser, we have another feed. What is here? The image at this side. So what we have to do here is that the break should not be here. I think the break should be here. Okay, let's see how it's going to work. Whether it's going to work like that first. Okay, so it's okay like this. If we want this other input feed to come down, we can also come and put another break here so that it will come down, so that the email will be on top of the input feed. That is what I want. So you see that your break tag helps a lot. Looking beautiful. It's better like this now. So you want to collect user information, you want their email, their first name or whatever. So this is what to use. So the video is long now. We'll continue again from the next video.